Hey everybody, hope you guys doing all right. So here we have a spiritual warrior training center, and again, it's a little messy up top. So I went ahead and typed up some too. So for number one, which is right here, is the terminal. We have a terminal, a place to see what is going on, and a list of the most dire local and global needs. And number two is an A and B, which that means there's two locations for it, and we got a shower and a water fountain facilities. So right down here. Yeah, I mean, you need a shower and a water fountain. So I put one down here, one over here. Again, all of this stuff is open to change. I'm just putting the stuff in there that needs to be put to kind of give us a very rough draft overview, theoretical possibility of what this could look like. The number three is, so the round table. Yeah, man, I've always been fond of the round table and Camelot and King Arthur and all that. So yeah, why not bring back the round table? And there it is right there. And this round table's got a little screen or a computer where one can look up, information based on the dire needs of the local or the global communities or, communities. And then also like what they need to prepare for in regards to their mission. Like if there's tools, if there's research they need to do, if there's things they need to find, people they need to network with, all that information and more can be accessed through these individual little screens, which are also access to the terminal, which is access to the internet, to the world. So yeah, there's that. And number four is shooting target range. So I talk a lot about swords and reflexes and hand-to-hand combat and this and that. The reason why I emphasize on that is because guns, holding a gun and all that is all about your handwork and your reflex ability and your overall ability to maneuver in this universe, really. So the better off your body is in all ways, the better off you're going to be at shooting a gun. So if you've got your skills and your hand speed and your eye movement, your coordination, your body, and all these things timed out and perfectly precise and strong or in a strong way, you're going to be better off just shooting a gun. And I also think that the more that you practice with the flow of things, the better off you're going to be in a firefight too. I think the way that we train with guns a lot of the times, traditionally, I think there's a better way to go about doing it. So I would like to incorporate more martial arts and gun training. Use them both, not just one or the other. Let's incorporate both of these things. Use all the tools that we can, all the tools in the tool shed, right? So that's the idea I have for that. And so we have a shooting range down here. It's completely sealed off and blocked off. And we have another one over here. So, all right, yeah, moving along. Number five, sparring circles. Yeah, good old sparring. So up top, we got 1 and 2 right there for sparring circles. And, you could have more if you want, or you could have less if we want. Sparring, you have to be careful because you can get injured sparring. I've heard some people say that they think running is actually the best thing you can do to condition yourself for a fight, but it's good to spar. Like the few times me and Pops have had sparring sessions, like they've been informative and they're very enjoyable. And if you're dealing with some intense emotional shit, they can be extremely helpful, and they can also teach you a lot. Because I know when I let my emotions go wild, I don't win the fight usually. Pops usually beats me because he's like, oh, you're letting your emotions get you in your head, you're clouding your movements, you're not thinking clearly, you're not seeing the openings, the gaps, the advantages that you could have if you weren't blinded by your emotions. So he ends up beating me because he's not as emotional as me. So yeah, just something there that we can, again, incorporate into the training to help us become better spiritual warriors. And then here we have number 6, which is an individual computer clean tech. Okay, so that's, I'm skipping ahead here a little bit, but that screen right there, that little box is actually number 6, which is what I talked about, how it being, it's what I talked about in regards to having an individual screen for each slot on the round table that's able to access to the terminal, which is able to access the internet and all the information that we need to find out what we need locally and globally as far as dire needs are concerned. So yeah, that's what number 6 is, that little slot right there representing the individual terminal. And I know my nails, like, they're actually pretty clean right now with the light and everything that makes them look really dirty, but it is what it is, man. Again, I know seeing a man with a fingernail like that, it's gonna send some, some people away probably, but that's how God made us, man. And your fingernails are actually another extension of your body, so they do help with the overall electromagnetic conductivity of your being. So the longer your fingernails are, the better you're able to conduct electromagnetic energy. So it's just another thing that this system does here is they tell us to clip our nails, and that's the cool thing to do, or grow your nails out and paint them, when in actuality you're just damming yourself up from the ethers and the electromagnetic field that's around you all the time. And now that we've been doing that for so long, men look strange and weird, and they're ridiculed and made fun of if they grow their nails out, when they're actually they're just trying to be more powerful men. They're just trying to be more of themselves, more of the way that God made us to be. So yeah, it is what it is. All right, let's move on. So number 7, Wing Chun. This is a type of combat training dummy originating from Kung Fu. And, I got a little picture of it right there. I'm sure y'all have seen those in the movies before. So yeah, I mean, they look relatively easy to make, and I love the idea of it being simple, and it's all about hand-eye movement and, precision targeting and just moving. So I thought, why not just put a whole bunch of those in a circle around the round table? And just, that's a lot of the main emphasis is just that, is just simple training with, each other and with things like the Wing Chun or with your weapons or at the shooting range or running or things like that. I also have like little areas for monkey bars and like barrels for people to run through and obstacle courses and things like that. But those type of things you can easily mix up and change and make your own as you feel fit. So, a lot of it's just simple stuff, and a lot of it's all about just you having the motivation to go out and actually do these things. You can find a gym anywhere with anything, really. But anyway, so yeah, this is that. And then I also want to get into some of the criteria specific for a righteous spiritual warrior, but I'm gonna make a second video for that one because we're already about 6.5 minutes in. So I think I'm gonna stop this and then make another video. So all right, I love you guys, and y'all take care. Okay, bye.